G'day campers, welcome back to 10Z Adventures. And in today's episode, well, it's about time we gave you guys some answers as to what's going on. So I thought I'd do a bit of a long-term review, rundown of all the equipment and everything we're running with, or have been running with for the last 2 and a bit years. So I guess the first thing I want to talk about is the Mighty Prado. How's it gone? What do we think? We've had it for a little over 2 years now. How do we rate it? Would we upgrade? So I guess we've got to have a look at some of the stuff that we've done with this. We've done snow trips. Whoop.
Still on sliding all over the shop.
So we've done forward driving. We've got this thing well and truly stuck. And honestly, I can't fault this car in any way. A lot of the forums that I've talked about, I've answered questions on towing, on other things, and I've talked about how good I find this vehicle when towing. And I've got to be honest, the feedback for those comments, a lot of people go, oh, get yourself a rear vehicle, get yourself a Y62, or get yourself a 300 series, 200 series, 70 series. I guess from a towing capacity perspective and getting sort of 3.5 plus tons of towing, sure, but we're not towing that much. And this doesn't break a sweat. And for the guys that are recommending the 70 series, there's a reason that the new 70 series has this engine while they do away with the V8. This has more torque and more power than the current 70 series V8. So the current 70 series I think is pumping out 130 horsepower and 450 Newton meters of torque, which is probably similar to the pre-upgrade version of this engine. So this one's pumping out 150 Newton meters of torque, 150 horsepower and 500 Newton meters of torque. So it's got more power. Now I know it's not a V8, and I know that there's the 6-speed automatic gearbox versus a manual gearbox and all of those little things that come into it. But as I say, there's a reason Toyota are using this engine in the new 70 series. And I've got to say, I don't think it's a mistake. I've seen a couple of videos with Ronnie Dahl recently. Ronnie's talked about, he's actually test driven the new 4-cylinder 70 series. And he's probably right. I don't know how it's going to go as far as automatic gear changes with larger tyres. But honestly, we've got slightly larger tyres. We're running about a 32, I think, 31.5, 32 equivalent on this vehicle. We've certainly had no problems finding 6. It seems to be the consensus that people are going to have trouble with. They're going to struggle to find 6 gear. We've not had that problem. So look, vehicle-wise, this is the best car I've ever owned. And I love it. It's a 10-year tourer. We're planning on hanging on to it for at least another 8 years and probably more. So what does that mean for the next 6 to 12 months and beyond? More upgrades. So in the last video I did a fridge, we talked about the fact that we don't want to put a battery in it. That's still absolutely the case. I don't want to put a dual battery system into this car. There's a couple of reasons. Cost, weight, although weight's kind of negligible. Really, it's the cost factor. We're spending a lot of money on gear at the moment, and I'm not getting any kickbacks. We're too small of a channel to get kickbacks from companies, so I'm not making any money off this channel at the moment. So everything you see, everything we talk about, there's no sponsorships, there's no money behind it. Everything we talk about is coming out of our pockets. So the more I try to do in the product space, the more I'm out of pocket. But unfortunately, those are also the videos that you guys like to watch. So I'm lucky I'm in a fairly well-paying and secure job. So I'm going to keep churning out as much stuff as possible. So what does the future hold? Well, a little over 12 months ago, or a little under 12 months ago, I should say, we did a review on the awning I'm sitting under, the Ocam 270 awning. This awning has been fantastic. I get it out every opportunity I can. It's super quick, super easy. Yeah, I couldn't imagine going out and spending the 3.5 grand on a bushwhacker or something along those lines. This is absolutely top notch. The quality of it is fantastic. We've not had a single fault problem with it. So from that sense, some of the other upgrades we're doing, I'm doing another Ocam mod to the car. I'm actually waiting for them to arrive at the local store so I can go and pick them up. They're paid for. So in the next couple of videos, I'm not sure which one, there's a few on the cards at the moment, but in one of our upcoming videos there's going to be some more Ocam stuff going into the car. Along with that, a little bit further down the track, once I've saved up a few more pennies, I'm going to be putting some K-On gear into the vehicle. A couple of them I'm not sure there's been any videos done on at all. So while I'd normally try to keep this a surprise, the stuff that I want to put in, everyone's going to say probably the immediate thing you're going to be thinking of is the table. And I'm not actually putting the rear table in, the fold-down bench. It may go into the future, it's maybe something I'll look at, but at the moment I don't need it, and it's just excess weight that I don't need to put into the vehicle. I'm looking at the K-On cargo barrier and the molly panels that attach to the side of it, covering the inside of these quarter windows. Main reason for that is it's going to give me somewhere to stick the first aid kits rather than sitting in the seat pocket behind the driver's seat. I'm going to be able to stick them where they're supposed to sit, on a molly panel in the back of the car. Easy to access, quick to grab, and also somewhere to stick the fire extinguisher, which is sort of, at the moment, I'm not happy with where it's sitting. It's just a little bit loose floating around underneath the front passenger seat, and I don't like that. There are a couple of things I'm looking at. K-On do a bracket for a fire extinguisher that sits underneath the driver's seat, just behind, so it's sitting behind your legs, but they don't make it for this series vehicle, particularly when you've got the electric seats like I've got. So looking at a couple of options there, but the idea of having a fire extinguisher directly under my legs, should the worst happen and I'm stuck in the vehicle and there's some smoke coming in or something, having a fire extinguisher there might be good, might not be. I might be pretty stuffed anyway. But the other K-On product that I am looking at, a lot of recommendations with this particular vehicle, with this engine, that if you're doing a lot of towing, that a transmission cooler is something worth doing. So K-On do one. It's not too expensive, about 260 bucks. So I'm going to look at putting one of those into the vehicle. I haven't seen any other videos to date that actually cover off the installation of that. So I'm going to put an installation video together on that when it arrives. It's still a little bit of way in the future just yet. So on the subject of towing, a couple of videos I've mentioned we didn't have the caravan with us when I did the Bry video. Why is that? Well, I guess it's time to let you guys know what's going on. The MDC Forbes 13 is up for sale. We are upgrading. Does that mean there's anything wrong with the Forbes? Absolutely not. That van has been exceptional. It's gotten us a lot of places. It's off-road capable. The battery system, the power system we put into it has been phenomenal. We've had, I think, 5 days with bucketing rain, no sunlight to speak of, and it was only on the very, very last day as we were packing up that we started getting warnings that the battery was running, was about to basically die. So 4 days, not really conserving power and running the inverter so we can make coffees in the morning, that kind of thing. No issues at all. If anybody is looking for a hybrid caravan, something that's a little bit lighter or something a little bit more rugged, absolutely recommend it. I'm not trying to say you guys should get in touch with me and offer to buy mine, although if you're interested, absolutely reach out to us through the Facebook channel. There's a couple of ads up on caravan sales and so forth. Absolutely reach out to me if you're interested. But if anybody's looking for a hybrid caravan, absolutely I would recommend MDC again, particularly if you go down to the Campbellfield store and speak to Mark. Those guys have been amazing. Yes, we have had some problems. We had some problems early on. We had, if you remember back early on, we had some problems with the laminate on the cupboards. And I've got to say, the way I rate a caravan, and in fact any product, is not based necessarily on what fails. It's how the manufacturer deals with those failures when they occur. So We've had a couple of issues with the Forbes. They've all been sorted out. We've had it basically issue free for 12 months now. Well, not entirely. We did have one small issue with the diesel heater, which isn't really a MDC problem, so to speak, but they sorted that out for us without question. So the main thing I would say about the guys at MDC, and in particular Mark and the team at Campbellfield, any time we've had a problem, I've rung them. The immediate answer is, we'll come and pick it up and we'll get it sorted out. Now, picking it up has been convenient for them. They had a guy that, one of their guys actually lived near where I live, so it's easy for them to pick it up and tow it in. So I don't necessarily say that that's going to be the service you guys will get, but it has been, the service has been fantastic. Either they've picked it up or I've dropped it off, and every time there's been no question, we'll get it fixed. So from a servicing perspective and an after-sales service perspective, it has been fantastic. The flip side of that, I guess, is when we talk about the cars, I'm reading a lot of different stories online about different Toyota dealerships who are not honouring warranties or trying to avoid honouring warranties. I've not had that problem with the deal that we've gone through. I've actually had no warranty issues with this vehicle. In fact, the only warranty claim that I've had on this vehicle, I didn't even ask for. I bought it in, they said, oh yeah, there's an issue with your head unit, we're going to replace that under warranty. I didn't know there was an issue, but they replaced it under warranty. So I have no idea why that was. They're not really, certainly the service department aren't really aware of my channel, so it's got nothing to do with social media or anything else. They just are really providing really good customer service. Melbourne City Toyota in Heidelberg and MDC in Campbellfield, customer service absolutely top notch. I can't fault them. So look, why are we selling the Forbes? We've got an opportunity to upgrade, and again, there aren't any kickbacks or nobody's given me a free caravan, I can tell you that right now. We've got 500, at time of filming, we've got 553 subscribers. If you think anybody's going to give somebody this small a free caravan, you're out of your mind. So we are purchasing another caravan. We've got an opportunity to do so. We've actually had this on order for probably about 15 months. And it's currently in the shop. And I'm not going to tell you who it's with. You're going to have to wait till next episode for that one. But all will be revealed in our next episode. So make sure you like this video, make sure you're subscribed, and leave your comments down below. I want to know what you think we're coming up with next. I know there are some of you who watch these videos who know who our new caravan manufacturer is. Don't spoil it for everyone. But if you want to have a guess, leave your comments below, and I'll be very interested to see what people think. So I'll give you two hints about the new van. It is made here in Melbourne, although that does cover about 80% of manufacturers, apart from the Chinese builds. And also, it is a premium brand, so we have gone quite a bit more upmarket than what our current van is. But there's a reason for all of that. Part of it's my wife. Carla wants something a little bit more luxurious than what we've been travelling in, and obviously that is something we're thinking of in the next couple of hopefully the next 12 to 24 months is potentially a full lap of Australia, but we are also looking at a little mini lap at the start of next year. So at this stage, we're it's just before Christmas, and we're looking at picking up our van in the very last week before Christmas. It's on track. I'm going to be in with the manufacturer doing some filming over the next couple of weeks while it's being assembled. So watch out for those videos. I'm hoping that you guys get to see something a little bit different. I'll give you a third hint about the new caravan. Thus far, there is next to nobody on YouTube that is broadcasting anything with this particular van. So rule out Zone RV, rule out Lotus. So none of the big YouTubers like Trip in a Van, Big Oz, although Big Oz are now no longer doing their videos. Lifestyle Pioneers, completely different van to anything that they've got. So watch this space, guys. It's going to be It's going to be something pretty exciting for everyone. Leave your comments below. We'll see you in the next one. This is our new caravan. Well, part of it. It's currently the 14th of December. The plan was to have this van in our possession before Christmas. The race is definitely on.